Hi, this is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. How do you hire for character and train for skills? Now, skills is something that is quite easy to determine. You take a look at the person's resume, you look at past performance, and you have an indication of his or her skills for the job that it's open. But when it comes to character, it has to do more with one's reputation, and instead of performance, you would want to see how this person perform under pressure. Now, when it comes to character, behavior, attitudes, a person's reputation, and how he or she performs under pressure, just by conducting the usual interview sessions is not sufficient. You need to do something more if the position is important enough for you to hire for character, so that you do not have to deal with bad apples later on in the process. So how do you do it? Now, how do you define character? Character is a person's consistent response in attitude when under pressure. It's like what some people say, character is very much like a tea bag. You don't know what's on the inside until you put it into hot water. Here lies in the challenge. How do you draw it out? How do you really find out a person's character and how he or she would likely respond under pressure? The strategy is a simple one. What do you do when you want to test the strength of a steel bar? Well, you put it through a stress test. That's what you need to do in order to determine a person's character. You put the person under a deliberate stress test. How do you do it? Well, you design an intentional stress test by putting in place an intentional probation experience. Do not let the probation period be an easy one. For example, one of the things that you can do in designing an intentional probational experience is deliberately put that person through certain projects that will test his or her response when put under pressure of deadlines, when put under pressure of tasks that needs to be completed with a certain quality standard. Gauge the response when he or she is under certain difficult projects. Make the difficult projects really attuned to what the job requires, and then sit back and observe the response. Secondly, it's people. Yes, people. Intentionally design that this person would mingle and connect with people that sometimes might be antagonistic towards him, people that may make certain demands on him. Now, does he respond calmly? Does he respond with a certain sense of calm posture? Observe his behavior. Most of all, observe the type of words that he would use when he is connecting with people. How he responds to people is also an indication of his character. And finally, how does he or she solve problems? Intentionally design problems that would test his problem solving skills. Intentionally bring about situations that would require creative thinking and innovative response. So it's not just only about what he says that he would do, but also what happens when he or she is confronted with a problem. Let's say this prospective employee have a 6 months probation period. Now, within the 6 months probation period, you as the supervisor together with HR should design his or her time so that it is spent equally with projects, with people, and with problems that are given to this particular person. And what you need to do as the supervisor is observe. You need to spend time to observe this person. You've got to ask for feedback. Observation is key. Just because you hire him or her doesn't mean you can just let go of the reins. You need to observe. You need to pay attention as to how this employee of yours work in projects, deal with people, and resolve problems and issues. And when that happens, you will be able to draw out what's really within the heart of this person. What is this person's character really is about? Because when push comes to shove, if you don't like what you see from what's coming out from the inside of the person, it's much easier to give the handshake during the probation period rather than after the confirmation. Someone once said, a person's true quality is revealed when things are difficult. Events do not make a person weak, they only show him what stuff he or she is made of. So, if you want to hire for character and train for skills, well, the key is to design an intentional probation experience. Without this, you might be hiring in a person that may look good on the outside, but you don't like the stuff that is on the inside. Think about it. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. If you're interested in my coaching services, both virtual or face-to-face, check out the website goodmonday.com, which also has a listing of my leadership development programs. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, well, click subscribe.